Welcome back, Devils fans. The 2023-24 NHL schedule came out a few days ago, so I'm going to take a look at it with you and talk about the games I'm most looking forward to that I have circled on the calendar for the upcoming year. So the first game of the season is the home opener, October 12th against the Red Wings. Love the home opener. Can't wait for the season to start again, so that's obviously a must attend. The next game I have marked off here is Wednesday, October 25th, when the Capitals and Alexander Ovechkin come to town. Ovi's an absolute monster. Everyone knows he's chasing the Gretzky goal record, and he's one of the greatest players of this generation. Anytime he comes to town, I try to get to the arena. He doesn't have too much, time left in the league, and I will enjoy seeing him live, towards the end of his career. One day he's not going to be around anymore, and we'll talk about seeing him live and his greatness while he was in the league. So that's one I got to check out. And then the next one I have marked off after that is Saturday, November 18th. The New York Rangers come to town. Coming off our fresh bad blood 7-game series against them. Should be a good one. First time we play them in this season, and the only time we actually play them in the first half of the season. So if we just run back to the top of the schedule here, 6 of the first 8 games are at home, which should be advantageous. Hopefully we get off to a really strong start with 6 of 8 at home. On the flip side of that, after that 6 of 8 at home, 6 of the next 7 are on the road. So it's kind of grueling schedule in the front end of the year for us. 6 of 7 away is tough, but we were a great road team last year, and hopefully that continues this year. We were phenomenal on the road. So then we're going down from the Ranger game. The next one I have checked off here that I'm looking forward to, Sunday, December 10th at the Oilers. I just love watching McDavid, and whenever the Devils play them, it's the Hughes McDavid show. So that's must-see TV. And then the next game right after that, Wednesday, December 13th, against the Bruins. That should be a great test to kind of see where we are a couple months into the season, playing the best regular season team of all time last year, the Boston Bruins. They choked in the playoffs, but they did have the greatest regular season in NHL history last year, and they should be a very good team again this year. So that December 13th matchup against them should be a good test to see where we are at that point of the season. And then the following game I have checked here, December 21st, Thursday, December 21st, McDavid and the Oilers come to Prudential Center. So I'll definitely go check that game out live for sure. McDavid doesn't come around as much as some of the other guys because he's a West Coast player, obviously, so we don't get as many chances to see him live, and he's absolutely electric. Watching McDavid is like nothing else I've ever seen. He's literally doing video game moves, shots, goals, things that only happened in video games, he's doing in real life, and I do believe he is the greatest player in the league today and that I've ever seen. I can't say that someone has more impressive skill set than Connor McDavid. So definitely we'll check him out at the Rock Thursday, December 21st. And now we're going into the second half of the season. I have Monday, January 22nd, the defending Stanley Cup champion Vegas Golden Knights come to town. That should be another good test to see how we stack up against the defending champs. And then the very next game after that, on the road, Thursday, January 25th, at the Canes. Coming off that disappointing loss to Carolina in the playoffs, I look forward to playing them again for the first time in the upcoming season. It's kind of strange. We don't play the Hurricanes at all in the first half of the season, and we don't play them until super deep into the season. But January 25th at Hurricanes, that should be a good test for the boys as well. And then the next one is probably one of the more exciting things to happen in a while. Saturday, February 17th, against the Philadelphia Flyers at MetLife Stadium will be the Stadium Series game. And for those who didn't go to the last Stadium Series back in, I think it was 13 or 14, I forget, against the Rangers at Yankee Stadium, it was a phenomenal experience overall, just to be at an outdoor game involving our team. I will say, for anyone who was there, you could attest to this, it was one of the coldest things I've ever experienced. People's beers were freezing, people running for any sort of gloves, scarves, things they could get. It was absolutely freezing. I remember my feet going numb, and then basically at some point my whole body going numb, but it was honestly a great experience, great thing to see live. Unfortunately, the Devils melted down in that game, and it wasn't pretty. At some point, it actually became like kind of disappointing. But really cool to be at an outdoor game involving the Devils. So I'll 1,000% be at the February 17th Stadium Series game against the Flyers. The one thing I want to tell everybody who's not familiar with these things is that for special events like the Stadium Series, get ready to pay, guys. It's not 1997 anymore. Tickets, unfortunately, have gotten ridiculously expensive. Everyone got a taste of that this past season with the playoffs. I'm on a lot of the boards and groups and things, and I saw people who were just kind of in complete shock over how much playoff tickets cost. And the Stadium Series, I'm here to tell you, is another thing like that. So I think I had like decent, I didn't have like the best seats at Yankee Stadium, but I had like middle of the pack kind of seats. They were pretty good for a stadium. And I think the face value on the tickets I had were either $250 or $295. And keeping in mind, this is 10 years ago. So obviously, as all of you know, compare the prices of virtually anything. Whether you're talking about real estate, eggs, McDonald's Happy Meals, anything, today's price is not the 10 years ago price. And so I'm a little bit afraid of what these prices are going to be. Hopefully they do have some lower price tickets to give more people a chance to go, because I understand that, especially for families and things, it's not super easy to swing tickets and things like this when if you want to bring a family of 4 to the Stadium Series, it's going to cost a lot of money. Hopefully they do have some cheaper seats and it's not completely a gouge fest across the board, but I'm a little worried. And just be prepared. If you want to go to the Stadium Series, it's going to cost you some money. Maybe start saving now or whatever, but it is an unbelievable event and it should be worth it. Hopefully we have at least 70-80% of the fans in the stands. I do expect tons of people to come from Philly. It's a huge spectacle. We're not far from Philly, so they will have fans in the house for sure. So we need to make sure that we come out and we have an overwhelming majority of the stadium for that outdoor game, because it's going to be a good one. Very excited for the Stadium Series. And then Thursday, February 22nd, we have the Rangers at the Rock again. March 11th at MSG against the Rangers. Tuesday, March 19th, Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins come to town. Sid doesn't have many years left in the league. Have to go see Sid. Every time he comes now, it's special. You don't know, with injuries and things, it could be the last time you see him play live. And I like Sid. A lot of people I know hate him and say he's a crybaby, this, that, and the other thing. And, situationally, he has been a crybaby. But overall, I think Sid has been a phenomenal ambassador for the sport of hockey. He came into the league with super high expectations and the whole world watching him and a lot of pressure at a young age. And he lived up to everything they thought he was going to be and more. I mean, he's had an unbelievable career, multiple cups, 500 goal scorer, Olympic gold. That 2010 one broke our hearts, if you guys remember, in the gold medal game, USA Canada. Our boy Zach Parise scored with, I don't remember, it was very little time left. I think it was under a minute. In the gold medal game to tie it up for USA and to send the game into overtime. And then Sid just broke the hearts of a nation and scored his goal in overtime. And that was a rough one. But Sid's an absolute legend, top 10 player of all time. We're not going to see him too many more times live, so I'll definitely be going to that March 19th game. Hopefully he's playing. And then at the Rangers at the Garden, Wednesday, April 3rd. So we play the Rangers 4 times this season. Only one time in the first half of the season, 3 times in the second half. In the Canes, we don't play at all in the first half. Super weird. I don't know how the schedule came out like this, but somehow the uneven distribution of games have happened. But anyway, can't wait for the season to start. Huge expectations. Maybe we'll get Connor Hellebuck. And I look forward to it. The Stadium Series is going to be a very special event for the team. Really cool. Maybe one day we'll get the actual Winter Classic, but probably not. The league obviously doesn't love the Devils. We all know that. But as always, let's go Devils. Until next time, my friends.